everyone, and welcome back to Halo Wars. And today we've got an exciting game. I've been recording. Actually, this is the first recording session that I've done since I've sort of came back from surgery, all that jazz. So this is gonna be an interesting one. I recorded this game. It's gonna be a good one. Okay, like Halo Wars has been my comfort food, like while I've been recovering and everything. So I've just been playing it like every night, seeing what games I can get. And this was one I played yesterday, and it was so much fun, so much fun. And I wanted to I wanted to do a commentary of it, just so I can, you know, get rid of the file because it's like an hour long. Spoilers, it's just an hour long. It's very good though, very good, because we do memes. I like the memes. We do brutes. So, of course, you've got your classics. This is, of course, I'm the Brute Chieftain. It's 2 copies and 1 UNSC on my side, and 2 UNSCs and 1 copy on that side. So, basically, we're on 14, 3v3. There's no chatting on this one, per se, and this was also recorded on my Steam Deck, which is why you saw at the bottom that there was a weird, like, time thing, because there's actually no way of getting footage off of the Steam Deck without doing some fan-tangery whatever. So sorry about the quality. It's a little bit dipped than normal, because honestly the Steam Deck is just Halo Wars portable for me. It's pretty much what it is now. So yeah, I'm like, okay, what do I do? I'm a Brute Chieftain. Of course it was random all. I never normally select like a specific leader. We get a good layout with all of the supplies. Or loadout, I should say. And I'm deciding, okay, I'm going to go all brutes, because we've got to do the brute army. It's one of the most fun things to do. Normally, you know, you could rush as the brute. I could go straight over his side, pressure their covey, but I noticed that my other red there, the Prophet, wasn't rushing. So I was like, okay, there's no point me just going over there to be trounced by his Prophet and then some Warthogs, God knows what. So I was like, okay, if I'm going to go for brutes, what do I need to do? I need an expansion. I need an expo, because the only way to make brutes is to have a base. So if I have 2 bases, we're doubling production. So, you know, I send him over there just to, like, you know, we're not really focusing too much here. We're just going to get freebies. We're not going to rage, because we need all of the resources to upgrade the warehouses as quickly as possible. And if I do get rushed or something does attack me, well, I can just unleash the brute horde that would be going to the enemy. And that's my theory anyway, at this point. And it's such a fun game. I've had loads recently, and you know, you have the normal, you have the sweaty Warthog play. You know, everyone goes for tanks and the Wolverines and the Banshees. But every now and again, you get a gem. And I saw a comment that said, actually, it was while I was playing this. I occasionally run into people who know who I am and say, Beaver, I love your once-a-year Halo Wars content. Oh, thank you, mate. Thank you. And of course, they've taken the resources on their side. That's fine. But here, I decide to let my brutes out, actually, because time is of the essence, and I know that they can absolutely decimate things super quick. So that's all I want. I want them to just take this base down, so the timer, you know, countdown starts. So we have a look, and our first scout, we have the fully upgraded supply pads, we have a shield, so we have got nothing coming from the Prophet on this side. We have, of course, the 3 or 4 Warthogs that they'll be using to get their expos. Later, I think we find out that Pink actually did have some honor guards, so he was already prepping the defense. So if I'd attacked, I'd have Warthogs, I would have had honor guards, I wouldn't have done much. Though at the same time, he did upgrade his warehouses to heavy, I think they're heavy supply pads or whatever. So that's not so good, because then I would have just targeted those, and that would have been, what, 325 resources gone if I'd killed one. So if you're expecting a rush, I would always say don't upgrade your warehouses or supply pads. I mean, if you're a Covenant, normally warehouses. But now I'm like, okay, well, what's better than getting 1 brute at a time? What's better than 2 brutes at a time? How about 3? Let's go for this base. Just go straight for them. And there we go. Boom. lock them up, because now I've got as many brutes as I need out in the field, and I don't want to, you know, put my plan out there. We want to keep it sealed for as long as possible. My plan here is to go for the jetpack brutes, because you get them jetpack and you attack early, they are formidable. So the lowdown is, because we've got 2 covies, we're going to be good at early game. But late game, they've got 2 UNSCs. And UNSCs are powerhouses. Like, you get the upgraded tanks, you know, hawks, God knows what else. You know, they've got utility. Whereas my plan here is just to get brutes. So against a horde of tanks, it ain't gonna do so well. So I need to get in there quick. So there we go. We got three bases, and there we see yellow's got the expansion, which is good because we want yellow to be strong as well. And this turns into a doozy. I mean, I was playing this in bed, and that's what I love about the Steam Deck. It's just like, I've got portable Halo balls. This is the best thing. I was gonna say since sliced bread. Wow, so cringy. I'm also rusty, so I'm sort of attempting, you know, a let's play. Well, this also isn't a let's play. But yeah, I've been away from recording videos for months now, which is the longest I've ever done. And I just thought I'd try it with a Halo Wars video. Nothing anybody cares about too much. Just to see, you know, how it felt, and it feels good. It feels good to be back. So plan is here to get the triple production on the brutes and get ready. See what my teammates want to do. It's interesting when you play these 3v3s or 2v2s with people who you barely have any conversations with. Because there's no coordination really here. And then I see that there's Marines in this place. I'm like, wait, hold on. I think I might have either. Yeah, I have a quick check here. I'm like, oh, he's Captain Cutter. Oh dear. He's going to be trying to get his ODSTs off, isn't he? So that's a bit worrying, but also not. Because that's a lot of resources going into, you know, a unit that, I did a bit. A unit that my brutes are, you know, pretty good against. I mean, you can see there, that's a 1-star, as well as whatever upgrades it's got on it. And, they're doing pretty well. But brutes are glass cannons. They really are. And you got to be careful. So I don't know what. I mean, they've all seen my brutes here now, but there's enough of them and lack of them as well. It's sort of like, is that his main strategy, or is he just trying to take that? And here we go. Look, red goes for the classic, quite essential Banshee rush. Now, I could have followed him up if there was, you know, twice as many Banshees on the field. Then I think it would have been really bad for them. Because, of course, you need to just get one person into Wolverines, clicking them, giving them resources. I don't know, normally if you maybe get 1 or 2 Wolverines up now. But, of course, the Cryobomb takes out a few. You've got the Prophet as well, Baby Prophet. Doesn't have any upgrades. And I'm getting myself over here. And there we go. Just saved up enough to get the next stage to get jump packs. And that's what I'm going to wait for. The hard thing is, right, with brutes, all their upgrades are on the home base, right? So you either stop production or you don't to upgrade your base. It's one of those toss-ups, because even upgrading the brute, that means, okay, that base, you know, which you don't really have that many of per game, is out of production for a hot second. And then the other ones, you know, so here we go. I start to release them all just to see what numbers we're looking at. If I can keep production up, and there you go, that's another one out. So we've got an upgrade, we've got a base being upgraded as well. We have a look to see what else they're doing. I mean, they're all supply pads, but a very, quite well endowed base. But they got, you know, he focuses on the heavy supply pads. That's good. That's good. You want to hit them where it hurts. And there we go. One good. Just some more supply pads there. Warehouses. Now he targets. I don't think it's. He should really just be going with the supply pads. But then look at that. Because I took those things, which I wouldn't have done if the ODSTs and Marines weren't there. But I noticed that, and I'm like, okay, let's do counter pressure here. So they jump over the top, and I'm like, that's fine. That base is good. It's not the one I just upgraded, luckily enough. And then look at them. Look at them tear it up. And we have rotation turret tanks, fully upgraded tank there. He probably doesn't have many. He's just like, you know, got the reactors, got the upgrades at this point. And then comes the Prophet with his beam. But I was a bit worried. I was thinking, ooh, do I go for it? But I think I just commit. You know, hit main. There we go. I'm going to lose a base. And then he also attacks me. I think that's with Warthogs. Blue's got that base. And then the Warthogs, I am not fussed about at all. So, I don't know. I don't know what would have been good here. I probably could have ran to Green's base, jumped up the top, and pressured. But there we go. Look at yellow. Coming with the defense there. Beautiful. Beautiful. I could have maybe upgraded my base to Citadel. It might have lasted a little bit longer. And look at this. I have 1,500 resources that I've just been sat on for no reason. That could have been brute production. It could have been upgraded warehouses. But it's never a strategy I go into the game with. I think, oh yeah, let's go for brutes. But I'm heavily committing at this point. I'm like, okay, right, this is what we're doing. We're gonna get the 3 bases, and then look, basically all their tanks gone. I think maybe 1 or 2 got away there. And then I'm like, okay, I need line of sight back on that base. We'll get it back up and rolling. And we get our triple brute back again. Boom. Sorted. So we got Banshees in the sky. We've got our UNSC doing what he needs to be doing. And that is putting heavy presence down with tanks. Because that's our weakness here, is just... Banshees are weak. Brutes are weak. They're all fragile. They do a lot of damage, but they're all fragile. But then yellow coming in with the tank strategy, which is what we needed here. You know, a presence that is scary to the other side. Because if they get the population up, then it's not looking good for us. They get the population of tanks. You know, if blue and green both get 30 pop tanks, like 20, it would be over, I think. Banshees, even then, they could just be focused down. So at this point, I probably should have run in. I should be attacking at this point. But hindsight's a wonderful thing. So I don't do it. I'm just like focusing on, we'll upgrade the base. We'll keep on just getting numbers up. And there you go, green putting down his expo. Pink! Pink with a beautiful expo there. Fully upgraded, shields on it and everything. And there we go. Triple pump. Triple pump with brutes. I think I'm focusing on just getting my pop-up here. I can see green on the map there with a decent amount of presence. I think red's going to take it down. Blue also appearing. Don't know what that is all about. Wolverines, and there you go. That's enough to take red off. So red's, I think, maybe just going to commit to the Banshees completely here. Whereas I should be over that. Well, you'll find out. We'll see. We'll see. And we go for some engineers, of course. I think that's always a good thing to get. Especially when you've got, you know, a covey leader that's the brute chieftain that is so powerful. And I notice here that pink has got the gate for some reason. And, you know, it's 1 star, so it's already killed things. And that, to me, just says, yeah, he was expecting the rush. Which, fair enough, fair enough. I think that was a very smart thing to have expected and to have accounted for, but I didn't do it. So at this point, I don't know, it's kind of even. They're a little bit on the back foot, but are they really? I don't think they are. They're getting fully upgraded tanks. I don't know what Blue's got. Blue's got Wolverine for the Banshees, and now it's all up to what Pink does. And Pink does something amazing. Pink or purple? I don't know. It's kind of pink. There it's purple. It's pink on the minimap. But okay, it's purple. I feel like if he was any other Covey leader, if he was RB or even a Brute Chieftain, he might have just focused on his Brute. Like, he probably would have done Brute Rush. But as a Prophet, I think he was a bit like, oh god, what do I do? And there we go. I see yellow coming through. I'm like, right, okay, let's do this. I'll follow up with the pressure. If we all go here, there you go. That's my communication for the matches. Flaring it on the minimap. Monkey. Monkey go. Monkey jump. Monkey fly. Life could be a dream. Shabubi. Shield generator complete. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. The Banshees fly. Brute fly. Warehouse complete. They're so fun. And there you go, look at that. Ooh, even a good mix of some Wolverines. Even though there was no need, there was no air, but the Wolverines are there just in case he decided to go for Banshees, because I think he saw, you know, they had a summit. And here we go, I'm trying to focus here. We're doing... Oh, look at this. I jump, I'm out of the way. But still, somehow, some brutes fall. No. I don't know how that happened. I was, like, you saw the little, you know, I was out of the blast radius, but obviously not. Maybe until they land, they don't count as, like, shifting from the spot. But things can't target them until they land. There might be a little glitch like that, actually. I wonder if that would be interesting to test. So I jump straight to the purple's main base, and then yellow flags up the greens here, and green's got a presence. I can already see a Spartan out there, so yeah, and blue's here, so it's now, you know, time is of the essence to get purple down. And then I see he's got a Scarab, so that's what he's been doing. All the production that, you know, my brutes has went into his Scarab, basically. So we get his, you know, we get the what do you call it, the temple down, which is, it's a decent victory here. And then I see, I'm like, oh god, before I get closed in, I've got 19 brutes here. Let's see if we can save these guys. And then the tanks, which isn't so good. Down to 15, 14. We fly away. And now let's see if we can just get them through the teleporter. Now this was where I made a bit of a mistake here. You'll just see they just die. They just die. They teleport like one at a time, and then they come back, and oh god, it's awful. We save about 3, which is not very good. So yeah, that was kind of a brute massacre. That's on me. That's my bad. But considering we took out purple's expansion, green has also lost an expansion. I've lost an expansion, but it wasn't anything. It was literally 3 parts, and that was it. So it's looking good from us. All I need to do is get my brutes back up to full pop. Maybe get the next upgrade on them. And we see Red's getting some vampires. Again, no presence from any aircraft, but they're just expecting. They're waiting for, you know, something. Maybe they're waiting for a horde of banshees or a horde of vampires to come out from purple. I mean, purple, it would have been good if he'd went for full pop vampires to take on the banshees. That could have been a good call. But the Scarab was unpredictable as much as my brutes were as well, which is why this is a fun game. So now we're at a bit of an impasse. What do we do? Who attacks first? It'll be me, I think, but we'll see. So at this point, I'm like, I've got loads of resources. I could go for upgrading my Brute Chieftain, because a fully upgraded Brute Chieftain's, you know, that's pretty good. Okay, so now I'll blur it as well, because apparently if I don't blur chat, I get demonetized for whatever reason. So this is Orange voicing his concern. He goes, "You gonna build anything but brutes? Lol." And then you'll hear some weird noises. This is me. It doesn't actually bring it up on the recording, but I have to bring up the keyboard, and then I have to switch to team, and then I have to bring it up again, and I have to click enter, and I'm like, brutes, got, oh no, got this. So, way easier if you're on, you know, a computer, but on a Steam Deck, it's a bit awkward to type. Or at least to get the initial typing up. So there you go. We're getting the fully upgraded Brute. So I don't know what that actually does. I mean, I know what it does. It gives them the electro shot, which means that they can sometimes stun things. Buildings, turrets. And look at that blue. So good. He just left it in the middle. Oh, had no idea. Thought they had the presence. And red is going to punish this majorly. Yellow starts to come over as well, but blue completely retreats here and just slowly gets picked off. I don't know how many they lose, but it seems like a bunch of them. Like, there you go. That's at least 2. And then, are they going to kill one before they run away? I think they finish off another one before flying back. Or not. I think they literally just chase the tanks all the way home. All the way back to his base. Don't know if that was a smart idea. I would have just, like, you know, killed another one and then flew away. But yellow also turns this into a push. And I don't know if I see this. I should have now started pushing myself. But yeah, I think I'm just so focused on getting this full pop. And then, of course, you can get the plus 10. So we can get 50 brutes. Which technically every unit technically every unit has 2 brutes. So really a 50 brute squad turns into 100 monkeys. So 100 monkeys. We will get 100 monkeys out. Actually, technically not, because we've got some engineers in there. But semantics, you know what I mean. So yeah, now yellow starts to attack. And I put some pressure on there just to force, you know, purple's hand, maybe distract them a little bit, because if there's just one brute at the back, it's still a lot, and their base goes, the expansion's gone now. So they're really pushed on the back foot.
Shield generator complete.
So here we go. And I'm like, oh god, there's 2 scarabs. There's 2 scarabs. So this is a terrible thing by me, because not only do I target the scarab, but also the scarab gets targeted by the engineers. And I see the writing on the wall here. I see that this scarab's not going anywhere. So I just try to target the engineers to do, you know, as much damage as I can. And then maybe go back, take off the shield generator. But to be fair, this was a major misplay by me. I'm just glad that not all my brutes ended up here. But yeah, the scarabs just make mincemeat out of my brute squads. Yep, there's gone, and nothing really I can do. I'll just give them a run around, distract them, make sure that, you know, the scarabs don't go anywhere else. Try and jump away. Not really working. Yep, gets lasered instantly. I mean, he just has to put 2 scarabs, one on either side of his base, and that's it. He's got it covered in. I think that's probably what he did there. So, not looking so good. That was a bad trade-off from us. Blue now wants the pop space, so is trying to fodder off his elephant just so I can kill it. I'm pretty sure that's all that is. I think those 3 brutes that were in the middle that I saved stay there for the majority of the game. They don't do anything. I completely forget about them, so I'm definitely 3 pop down. But technically 6, because there's 3 in the I don't know what you call them, the high hides. So I still feel that I'm in a good position here. I'm in a good position to keep on going for the brutes. That was a bit of a misplay from me. But the fact that they have the jump packs on them, it makes them so much better than any other troop. And here comes the elephant. Unfortunately for it, it does something very good. It puts itself in the middle, and none of my turrets can attack it. Not that it's going to do anything, because I think there's about 3 shield generators on the base anyway. But he wants it dead. He wants the pop space. So actually, it's in my best interest to not kill it. That's at least 1 tank. So here we go. Scarab over there. So really, the strategy here is to push and counter push. Wherever the scarabs are, we want to push the other way. You know, we want to catch them off guard. We want to do like a sort of fake push one way and then counter the other way. So that they think, oh god, that's where all the army's going. And then, you know, pull a fast one on them. And it's at this point I'm like, okay, if we can take the middle and the sides, then at least we can control who and when it comes through. And that's when I see that blue now has ODST. So I'm like, at this point, well, that brute's gone. I mean, I could walk away, but you know, whatever. He's gonna take ages to get back. And there, oh no, there we go. I finally noticed him. So we do have some engineers doing some, you know, putting in the work, putting in the overtime to heal some of the brutes that might have made it back. We just go for defenses now. Is that really the best thing I could have done? The thing is, right, brutes take so long to make. It's the only thing. It's one of the reasons why nobody does brutes. Because they take so long. You can't upgrade your base while you're making brutes. So there's going to be times in your production where it's going to be stalled. You need to upgrade, which also, you know, stops any production. It's not like you can have 2 halls or 2 factories where one's producing and one's upgrading. Nah. You can only have 1 per base, so it's, yeah. That's why you don't see them too often, I'll be honest. Here, I'm tempted. I'm tempted. But then I see, you know, you see the dual scarabs and you think to yourself, maybe there's... Oh, that was weird. You see his little drones or whatever you call them, the sentinels, had health bars there. I never noticed that before. So there we go. Some of my engineers also healing his banshees and stuff. Getting closer and closer to the 50 pop. Then I noticed they're not going through. I'm like, wait, why are we not going through? I think I realize it's because there's no space next to my brute chieftain. So does it move along, make some space? So red goes over to fish. This is the point in the match where things can change. Dynamics can change. Army compositions can change. People who expected to have a quick game might quit. I've had it where we were starting to set up, like, you know, a game that was going to take ages. And we were just going to stalemate them, you know, put loads of cobras down and stuff. And then all of a sudden the guy was like, sorry guys, I wasn't expecting to be here for long. And he just resigned. And it's like, oh. So for things like that, obviously, you should probably be in a group. But yeah, those badges get absolutely destroyed. I don't know if that's what he meant to do. But, I mean, that's what was going to happen. If he wanted to scout... No, I don't think so. I think he actually did mean to just attack loads. So we've got 36 brutes here. All ready to go. Even more coming through. And I think to myself, I'm like... Yeah, see, I saw the middle was actually taken there. I thought the middle wasn't, and I was just going to go into the middle. But there's no point in me going into the middle at this moment in time. Because he's just going to drop loads of ODSTs. And by that time, all of the rest of the army is coming up. And then it's just lights out for my brutes. So I've got to play carefully. So it's profit v profit here. Green. Oh my god, green. Green has taken a battering. He's lost 2 of his expos. His base is constantly being harassed by the prophet. It's not looking good for him. Some banshees go to scare him off. So, I start to upgrade my brute chieftain just because I have excess resources here. I've got my full pop. And I'm waiting for an opportunity. I'm like, what can I do? And I think to myself, how about I could jump into Green's base? But it's all about finding where these scarabs are. Because if the scarabs can be at the sides, I can kill the base before anything. Before they even realize. And it's looking good. There's like 2 buildings down on that base. You know, UNSC bases, the less buildings around them, the less health it has. So it's looking pretty weak. I want to have a look over here. And there we go. And also, we see Green switching tech into air from his tanks and gremlins. So, don't know if that was a really good call, but, you know, there we go. You can just see the damage these brutes can do now. Upgraded. Boom. Didn't destroy any of his buildings. Didn't recycle any of them. That was hundreds, if not thousands of resources gone. And then I noticed the majority of the army is there. So this is the opportunity. This is what I'm waiting for. We can end Green here. Just take all of my brutes, get them as close as I can, and jump them in. And hopefully the scarabs are nowhere here. There you go. Some Wolverines trying to do some protection. And it's just about, like, stripping the base first to get the health down. And there we go. The 2 scarabs are here and the engineers. And that's unfortunate. Like, damn. Okay, so I decided to jump out and get out of there. But a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. And we know where the scarabs are now. Yellow has such, you know, it's, again, UNSC's powerhouses. If they're backed up at all by you know, the prophet there, that Green's lost his army. I think Blue's lost his army. And now it's just a case of let's finish this base off. If we can kill Green, you know, if one of them resigns, that's it. It's over. He does start to recycle his buildings, and there it is. Out. So Yellow decides to not keep on pushing. Which I guess is smart, because we know the scarabs are probably waiting right by Blue's base. So I decide to take those as well. Take the middles, we'll get some more line of sight. Unfortunately, I can't see what's going on the base. There you go, a little bit more. I'm just sort of spreading the boots, the boots, spreading my boots around. And they're the scarabs. They're the biggest pains because they're so strong, especially with the engineers. And my brutes are good. They're just they crumple. They crumple like paper tigers in a hurricane. They don't stand much of a chance. So we've made good progress. We've taken their forward expos. At the same time, I feel like this is a bit of a deja vu. It's like, okay, now what? We're healing yellow. Yellow's going to spawn tanks back and all this. I think red. It's red. Red's not really too strong at the moment. So what I want to do here, right? My plan is to distract purple, to make purple think I'm attacking the side. And then when he brings his scarabs over to defend his base, my main horde of monkeys attack this. Unfortunately, red kind of puts pressure on, and so of course the scarabs are he's going to be thinking, okay, well, I need to defend this, and there they are. I can see them on the minimap. There's the two pink purple blobs. Yep, there you go. He managed to save it. The engineers are also there. He's starting to do some defenses. He's got the medium turrets now. Oh, upgraded to large turrets. And then look at that, the brute little, that final upgrade coming in clutch there. And then his prophet comes in and just absolutely obliterates those. And remakes the turrets. So not what I was hoping for. I wanted his scarabs to get away so it could take on green, but he knows that if green loses this base, that's it. So top priority is this target right here. They're doing a good job of, being as defensively offensive as they can be. Something like that. We'll give him some credit. But no, this one felt so good, man. This is, like I said, it's not often you get a game. You get that game that you had fun with. Especially when everything... And there you go. Red goes for his scarab now. We've got the prophet taking a lot of damage. And that's obviously what he intended to do there. Was just to fly around, drop in some ODSTs, take the sides and the main gates. Stop us from coming through. So this is it. I'm like, okay, if yellow goes left, I'll go front. Either way, I can hold the scarabs off so they can take the side expo. And either way, it's one base is going to go here. One base is going to go. Some cobras from blue, but also a scarab from red. And I think as soon as they see that scarab, that's, it's going to be a bit scary for them. And look at the damage on... I mean, gremlins are pretty weak. So it turns him around. And I decide, right, this is it. Yep, both scarabs there. Let's go. Take out the production first. Stop any more tanks. Switched back to that. Hasn't made any air, actually. Take that. There we go. Prophet down. Oh, the engineers are still there, though. Engineers are still there. No, I was hoping. But either way, at least the scarabs are going to be hurting now. Because they can only have 10. They've got 2 scarabs. They can only have 10 engineers. So now it's just taking the reactor out. That's going to cost a lot. And time. So if I can't kill the main base, I can kill everything he's got. But look at this. They just keep it alive. No. Nothing I could do. Literally nothing I could do. It was almost gone there for some reason. I think with all the brute shots, if they fly after the shots before the shots land, it's something about them doing extra damage. And then, oh, this is not looking good. I'm blocked in by the ODSTs. I don't have my jump pack. I'm being massacred. But we do take it out. I saw it go red bar there, and I was like, nah, we can do it. So, a lot of brutes sacrificed their lives for that. And that is... I think maybe one scarab died there as well. One of the purple scarabs died. Green lost all their bases. I did, however, lose most of my brutes. So, even trade? Kind of. Not really, though. It's going to take green a while to get back up to full strength and operational. If they have any units at all. See, I'm not going to tell you. That's the trick. I don't tell you what they have. Yeah, I decide to get rid of this, I think. Oh, no, I don't. Yellow smartly defends it. So I upgrade it. I try and put a shield down on it. You know, that's what you need to do. Upgrading it gives it more health. Makes it stronger. And then the Prophet comes over just to beam it down. It's like, oh, okay, fair enough. I'll take it.
A base has been destroyed. Local units.
Got more engineers coming in from red, which is good. I'm still going here. I'm still going for my brutes. I don't see any need not to go for brutes. I don't think I even checked. It's so unfortunate. At the end of the game, I don't check how many brutes I made. I so should have. But of course, here we go. You got the ODSTs, which is good because my brute can, you know, farm some kills. But he really wants to take that middle. Really wants it. And then, of course, the Prophet's going to come back. And it's not looking good. Not looking good at all here. Engineers, he beams down as well. So I lose those engineers. I think I start to see the writing. I'm like, yeah, this is lost here. But then, you know, red comes in, but I barely have any brutes left at this point. And I'm like, you know what? I'll lose it. And then, yeah, when the tanks start rolling in, that's kind of when you know it might be over. But again, look at me contemplating, like, do I go for a scarab? Ooh. Do I go for it? Red takes the side base there. I think he does get a shield up, and once you get that shield up and, you know, you start to get a second shield, you upgrade the base, it's not really worth it, because, you know, Covenant are one of those, you know, one of the two types that can claim a base and make it almost indestructible. Just make it a troll base. Where you get, you know, you just waste time killing it and you get nothing for it, basically. Again, keep the brute production up. That's what you got to do. Because they're so slow. There's no way of increasing it at all. And I put anti-air defenses on my main base just in case there might be some sneaky tactic coming through from purple. You might fly over, you know, and they can teleport. You fly over, drop loads of things, or you could have loads of banshees fly to my other base.
Turret improved.
The opportunities aren't endless, but they do exist.
Digestion research.
And of course, get some engineers as well to throw in there. Wondering what they're upgrading there. I think maybe gremlins. We see some, like, Orange is upgrading his air pads, so he's definitely getting like vultures or something. He's thinking about it. He's getting some upgrades, because you can see I've got 3,000 resources right now. And yellow, I don't know how many units yellow's really lost, but they only have 2 bases. But obviously they've got a surplus, and here we go. You can see yellow and red thinking about pushing this way. Green's hurting. It's about time to make pink hurt. You've got red getting his base back up. Blue's over there. So, and there you go. That we've got the Prophet. Will it die though? Just some Wolverines get some shots off, and boom! That's it. So now it's only Scarabs to worry about. Looking really good. If I had a full army of brutes, I could choose. I could choose to help yellow, or just kill that other base. There you go, shield's off, and once the shield is off, that's it. That's it. Purple deciding not to defend this, although... Oh, no, there they are. And is that a gun? No! Yellow decides to get out of there. Really quick, for some reason. He's flaring up the gate to let him out, but I was already there. I was already there, mate, don't worry. Green was like, oh no, I wanted that expo, damn it. Obviously getting lots of clicks from his teammates. Accidentally freezes his own units there. I think Blue was hoping to, you know, attack him while he was frozen, but some miscommunications there. Red spawns another Scarab. That's 30 pop there. Is it 30 pop? Oh, it's 20 pop. It must be 20 pop. I decide to get out of the way of the scarab. I think purple has 2 scarabs though, so... Strategy, I mean, you could make the Jesus scarab, I think it's called, which is 1 scarab and 30 engineers, making it almost impossible to take down.
Local units.
And yeah, unfortunately, we see a terrible play from red. It's so annoying. Like, look at that, all the health it lost. It could have been regenerating all of that for so long. But I just wanted to watch this. I was like, okay, it's being beamed as well. How much damage can we do here? 1 tank, 2 tank, 3 tank, 4 tank. So technically, that's like 2,000 resources. It's pretty close to its how much it cost, I suppose. So it broke even at least. And then all the engineers, they pretty much just need to stay near the profit. And then, you know, just beam. That's it. But they decide to run away. And instead of, you know, yellow comes in, clutch, tries to help, tries it. Don't know if it really gets it, though. And then finally, we're at full population brutes again, boss. I love it. I love to see him. It's one of those strategies that's just, you know, you don't see all the time. The gate's taken, but who cares? Who actually cares? Here we go. A lovely unupgraded Wolverine there. Just to pick off. Boom. And some ODSTs that he decided to just fodder off for God knows what reason. Decide to... Yeah, and there we go. Look at this. Green, changing tactics, going for air. It's not going to be good enough, though. Obviously, they've had a chat. I think their teammates had a chat and were like, look, go for Hawks, dude. Go for Hawks. So really, I'm only here to jump up. I'm here to harass. This is like a little scout squad. There you go, the full base gone. And then just to take down their air pads now. Stop the production. And then I'm like, wait, hold on. Why am I running away from 2 tanks? Excuse me. Die. Bam. Yes. And that, yeah, that's the worry, is the profit. Don't like that. So he's got Hawks up. Hawks there. We just caught him. And now I start to switch. I'm like, okay. Brutes might now be how we lose the game. If he gets a full population of Hawks up, and yellow is the only one that has some anti-air, it's not looking good. Not looking good. I mean, they're still fragile. Apparently, air lose to, you know, troops, infantry, which I don't understand. It's one of those rock, paper, scissors things that I've never understood in this game. I don't think it ever works. There you go. Doesn't want to lose his profit. He's probably got, like, the fastest shield regeneration. He just wants to fly his profit straight back over. But yellow is using this distraction as a perfect time to kill purple. Just want to take out that air pad. I mean, that's it. You just stop their production. Doesn't matter if you're being attacked. It's going to take them ages to get back up. If I lose units, I can make them again. They can't. So now I'm just avoiding, or trying to avoid the scarabs there. And yellow successfully takes down purple's expo. And now I decide to do a bit of a tech switch up. We'll still get brutes. We'll still get some, because, you know, that's what we are. But we need to start thinking about, you know, we've been in this game for 40 minutes. We need to start thinking outside the box here. So I get 1 summit on every base. You know, I think my main base has 2 summits there. And then we're just going to pump out vampires here. There's 2 reasons for it. They're getting Hawks, so we need some way to stop them. Actually, 3 reasons. So we got to counter the Hawks. We've got to counter the engineers on the scarabs. And we've also got to counter that profit. 1 vampire can incapacitate the profit. That's its weakness. And that's... when I was playing this, it was only until now I realized, like, wait, hold on. I could have been stopping his profit this whole time if I just had 5 or, 3 or 4 vampires. So, my bad. But then red could have also. I mean, red was the one going for, banshees and vampires. They could have been doing that. So there we go. I can quickly switch between and just fill out the population with brutes and vamps. So yellow decides for some reason to push. And I don't think that was a good strategy. I would have went round and started pushing blue on the corner. I think I would. I mean, yeah, it was only going to end one way really here. And that was, being attacked by 2 scarabs and all the other armies. So red loses a lot of engineers as well.
Enemy engagement.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. There we go. That's my low battery alarm going off. And we have a 1-star scarab from purple. Oh, I think every star means they do 15 or 10% extra damage and have 10% extra health. It's either 10% or 15, but they get a buff in health and damage output. So for a scarab, 10% extra health and 10% attack? Not good. But I mean, that's what he's been doing. He's just been lasering down all of my brutes, lasering down everything else. I have no idea where those brutes were going, but we've got to bring them back. Again, I've got to wait. I've got to find wherever their scarabs are, and they're both there. Engineers are there, and I'm going to use this as my time to attack. There's the... Oh, they're both... He's got 2 1-star scarabs. There we go. Fly away. Destroy their production, and then I noticed, look at that. Only 1 this time. I mean, there is enough hawks here to be an issue. So I think I need to start focusing the hawks. And then there we go. I'll send my vampires in now. I could have sent my vampires in here, actually. This might have been better. Because then I could have absolutely crushed those hawks. But, I'm wanting to try and help out whatever's left, and there isn't. So I think in hindsight, maybe it would have been better. I could have stripped green's base a little bit more. But, we afforded yellow the opportunity to go over and kill green's other expansion that I completely forgot about. So there we go. Even more. But look at that. There's just so many shield generators. Even with 2 scarabs right here, there's nothing they can do. Green loses his base for, I think, the 5th time, is it? Oh, God. That poor guy. Green's not having a good time with this. He must have hated this game. The only people having fun is me and purple, who's like, oh yeah, I'm just getting like stars on my scarabs as well, mentally. I mean, I think I had a game the other day with a 3-star Arby. Beautiful, beautiful. You love to see it because it's so rare. And I have no idea what was going on over here. I think yellow decided, instead of foddering off, the army to either attack the side gate, which would have been constantly dropped with ODSTs, and, until a scarab or the rest of the army caught up, decided Pelican drop them in. So that, you can say that's a big brain play. I think so. I think it was pretty good. Definitely didn't expect it. I don't think they did either. So we want to just keep that air pad down. I can see it's coming back up. If I can just keep it down. Just keep it down. Hoping the scarab's not right there. And the scarab's right there. As soon as it's up, production of hawks yet again. And nothing happens, unfortunately. Try my best, but now, I guess we're just freeing up population for vampires. He can get hawks, I can get vamps. That's fine. So yeah, I decided to just go for loads of vampires. It hurts me. It hurts me to do it. but, you know, sacrifices have to be made. No more upgrades I can really do without building a hall and a factory. But who, I mean, that's only if you care about score. And at this point, I've lost hundreds of units. I'm not winning the score game in this one. So there we go. We got 22 vampires. That's a population of 44, I think.
Boost research.
And I'm also upgrading my banshees just in case the opportunity arises that, you know, I can go for a horde of banshees to fly over. My engineers again putting in work, healing yellow. I mean, really, that's what you want to do. You want to save your troops, especially with the Spartan tanks. You want to try and get the stars on Spartan tanks. Have a little quick scout over here, knowing full well that purple would have had it back, and they do. But they've only ever been on 2 bases, so you know, thousands into scarabs, engineers, turrets, upgrades. I don't think they've got a lot of resources. I mean, I've got 8,000, but you know, I think I'm doing better. And there we go. That's my low battery again. I was in bed like, oh, I'm gonna have to plug this in. I have to see this game through. I can't just quit now.
Local unit.
So yeah, just seeing, you know, vampire against the turret, trying to position myself in a way where the turret can't shoot me, but then I can just, you know, slowly plink off at the base. See, the green's got it back again. Yellow's going over, so we've got to push back for green. Green's gonna lose it for the 6th time. Already is destroying his stuff. Look at that, he gave up straight away, bless him. He knew. And then this is where interesting stuff happens. Look at blue with the cobras. 6 cobras. Good strategy, but unfortunately, I have a crud ton of vampires. I mean, to be fair, brutes would have done this job way quicker. But the fact is, vampires can't be shot, and they're going to be really good against any hawks that decide to show themselves. So there we go. That's a big chunk of blue's population just completely destroyed. Blue tries to take the middle again to lock us back in. And then you'll see something very interesting happen here. We're going to see a counter push. So this looks like it's the end of blue. Like they're going to lose their expo now. We've got loads of banshees taking out their, you know, the production. Some Mac Blast comes in and they decides to run away from it after being hit. Some people might say that was an excellent strategy. Others might say it was stupid. I'm in the former camp. And then there you go. You've got yellow just stopping any backup there. Anything that's going to stop us. And at this point, I'm like, red, don't run away. Please don't run away. Stay here. Please. Yellow comes through, and that's the first time blue's lost this base, I think. I could be wrong. It's been 53 minutes. It's been a while. And finally, we cross over the 10,000 resource mark. And there's the counter push from green. Not sure what the play was there. I mean, he knew he couldn't help because I've got so many vamps. So I kind of pushed him in this awkward situation where the only thing his hawks could do without being absolutely decimated was to, you know, kind of attack. And there you go. You've got the glitch from far away from the vamps, which I don't even know how you do. You just click Y on them, and eventually they do it. A known glitch. I'm sure there's people that know exactly how to do it. I have no idea. I actually accidentally find the rest of his hawks hiding out. Red flares me to upgrade my base. And the few remaining hawks we find here. This must have been his waypoint when he was making hawks, like the counter push. And there we go, all destroyed. So now, you know, we've got their side. We're claiming bases. The net is closing in here. They've done so well, so well. Just need to kill the turrets. I mean, really, I could have been pushing the main But we know the Prophet's going to come in. And there he is. I think he manages to kill one vampire. Because it takes them a while to start their stasis. Killer turret. Pretty decent. But there we go. That's what I need. The heavy artillery at the back being the Banshees. I say heavy in terms of vampires. Vampires do bugger all. They're just like raindrops. But at least they attack. That's the difference. At least they have a weapon to shoot the ground. Yep. Try and clock him again. I think he kills another one. Yep, just before getting clocked out. At this point, I know for a fact he's teleported him at the front. So I'm like, right, get him. Yep. And there we go. I mean, the Prophet takes a beating. Really takes a beating there. And now I'm like, please don't run. Just target main. I think I'm so like, I know Red's gonna run. Red runs quite often, I think. So I start to type. I put in the extra effort. I bring up the keyboard and I start to type. I'm like, please, kill. Just in case, because I was expecting him to run away, but he doesn't. And purple loses this base, so they're only on their mains now. It's a well-fought battle. This was such a fun game. A long one, but a fun one. Now, the only thing that is really presenting a really big threat for us is their scarabs. Like, the one-star scarab, the engineers. I mean, I can attack the engineers, but what really am I going to do? At this point, I'm like, right, okay, I don't mind losing the vamps. It's time to go back to Monk. So there you go. You've just got Scarab attacking, Mac blasts, but I'm okay. I don't need the vampires at this point. I need my brutes, so I'm happy losing the population space, or like gaining the population space. Blue again, taking some hits. Got a fairly strong, formidable army. Green's got tanks again. We are taking a bad trade here. Yellow's wise enough to get out of there. Red, I'm not sure what Red does. Red's just like happy to circle around and die, which is fine, I guess. I'm still trying to get lots of brutes. Slowly accumulating. For the Wa. They're basically just orcs. That's what brutes are. They're just Warhammer 40k orcs. Yep, there it is. I think one of the scarabs turns into a 2-star as well. It's beautiful to see. There you go. Prophet going off to drop ODSTs somewhere, God knows where. Or to find weakness. And I know where he's going, so I'm like, okay, let's get the vampire over in that direction. It's going to be coming over this way. And there he is. I think he takes down the pelican. But I think that was just a spawn. It must have been a spawn. Must have been. Poor bugger. And there you go. Just a whole base filled with shield generators. It's beautiful. There we go. I've got lots. I've got an idea here. I'm going to attack purple from the side. I think I spend so long typing it out that by the time yeah, here we go. By the time I type it out, they're already doing it. I'm like, I'll distract pink. And at this point, they're like, okay. And I think they go in. I'm like, and then I type out, like, and then while I'm distracting, you attack blue. And yellow knows what to do. Yellow's like, yep. Say no more. Although I'm like, then go for blue. Hello. Wait, why do I say hello? Then go for blue. Hello. I don't know, man. It was late. It was late at night when I played this game. But here we go. Either way, one of the bases is going down. One of them's not surviving here. Either blue's base or purple's base is gone. Yeah, there you go. There's the 1-star scarab at the base. Oh, but look at that. They were so close. So close. And the engineers come in clutch. Save the base. Here we go.
Local units.
I'm like, I need more brutes. That wasn't enough. We need more. More.
Local units.
So we're just stripping the base. I decided to attack main. And this is what we need to do. All the engineers are away. Just go for the main. Target main. The main. Boom! And there you have it. That's it. That's what you need to do. Purple has no bases. Does have scarabs. But now it's going to be a fight. It's going to be a fight to get it back. I could just jump in and target it again.
Local units.
I was going to say, oh my god, a counter push from green on our side? But nope, that's actually their side. Never mind. Like, okay, you know what? Fine. I'll do you a solid. I'll put turrets on.
Local units.
I mean, I've got loads of brutes here. Obviously, you want to do a pincer maneuver. You want to have different fights going on, so they have to split their troops up. Bringing in the engineers to heal some brutes, just a tiny bit. I know for a fact that he was trying to go for it. We can try and take that out. The engineers are there. 2-star scarab. Look at it. Gorgeous.
Citadel upgrade complete.
But, nope. Time is going to be reset there. He has to. He has to get it. He has to buy it back instantly. Has to.
Complete.
And at this point, you know it's over. It's definitely over. It's just a matter of who will crumble first. Purple would be in it to the last, I think. He'd be in it until his, what do you call it? His scarabs die, I think. So there we go. We know that the engineers are away, and that's what you need to do. Without the engineers, Blue's base crumbles. That's it. Blue losing his main as well. It's the fall of Rome. I think. I don't know. Was there Julius Caesar? No, Rome didn't fall when Julius Caesar fell. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Oh, look at that. Trying to keep it alive, but it must be a case of engineers. Do they heal a percentage or do they heal like a number? Because it feels like when things don't have much health, they don't heal it quickly. It's all like kind of a gradual pace. Or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Be interesting theory to test out actually how they heal. And at this point now, you know, Blue's lost their base. Purple's losing their base again. Yes, I mean, they've still got their 2-star, but Purple needs to buy the base back. Is spending 500 each time. Has no resource income, so is probably asking from Blue or Green. They're sat on their bases with whatever army they have. And here we go. Strip the back. Taking off way more health than I would if I was just targeting the main. Kill the thingy there. And again, engineers come over again. Purple, really clutch. Really clutch with it. And I think I just decided to target the tanks. I'm like, sod you. And then decide, nope, well, you know what? If I can't kill the main, let's strip it then. Sod you. They're so focused on healing the main that and then I decide against it. I was like, I'll kill the reactor. And then I go, no, you know what? I'll get out of here. It's not worth it. For the first time ever, I misjudged the click. They weren't in range, and some monkeys die. Poor Buckus.
Enemy engagement.
Do you remember Harambe? Oh. Them were the days. I don't even want to look up how long ago that was. No. I'll feel too old. So I decided to take this back because I know for a fact Blue has not the reactor to drop in ODSTs. And look, Purple gets it back, but at this point, Red's doing a great job. Just Banshee it. Just like freaking six air bases going at once, making quick Banshees. Nothing you can do. There it is. Took that out. Purple again loses the base, but the timer will be reset, so he's got another minute to get it back. But again, no resources. He lost a shield generator, which was 200, a base that was 500, upgraded it, which was 300. So right there, 1,000 resources gone. And green gets hit again, and it's at this point green decides he's had enough. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. Green throws in the towel. He's only got reactors left. He has a couple of tanks. He's about to quit. And I don't blame him. Green has had a horrible time this game. It's been 1 hour of absolute torture for him. I do not blame him at all. You know, Blue's done their best to save him. Even Purple with healing the base is like, no, it's not going down. I'll protect you. With the engineers on it, there's nothing I can do. But then he decides to just blow up his base. He's had enough. And I, for one, do not blame Plump Pandora, whatever you're called. GG's. GG's all round. And within the next 30 seconds, they're all going to just slowly fold. Martin J95 gives the GG's. And that's it. What a game. So fun. So fun to see a 2-star Scarab at the end there as well. I come in fourth. Expected as much. And unfortunately, I don't flip through the other ones. So that is the end of the video. I don't know why I didn't flick through and show them. I wanted to know how many brutes I made there. Thousands. But if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Oh, bye-bye.